Hey y'all, making a quick video about some of the interactions that y'all are having out there in the field with new people. And there's always has been with all of my clients a lot of confusion around how we're connecting with new people. What kind of signs are we looking for that make us know that they're interested in us, and but most of the time, it's mostly focused on the other person. Like, how do I get this person to like me? In this video, we're going to just talk about what makes for a good connection and what can you do to ensure that you are creating the best possibilities for great connections. So when it comes down to it, in the past, when I've done a lot of cold approaching with clients, I've always pointed out to them that when they've had good interactions, those interactions were effortless and easy, and they weren't even thinking about having the conversations that they were having. Everything just flowed. And that's because with the people that they were interacting with, there was a mutual exchange. There's a mutual interest. And we have a lot of relationships in our lives that are actually very, very easy, to the point where we don't even recognize that we're exchanging value. So consider your relationship perhaps with a power company. If you have autopay set up, you come home, you turn on your lights, and the value has been exchanged, and you don't even think about it. You don't even think about the power company when you turn on your lights. And you also don't even think about paying them every month, perhaps, because it's just auto-paid. So that kind of relationship is super simple, super easy. And that's because relationships are the exchange of unequal goods at a comparable value. And that's the kind of relationship you have with a power company. We need to be considering that with every connection that we're having down the road. When things are not aligned with the other person that we're interacting with, we're getting the sense that we're working harder, that we're maybe not feeling understood, that we're not knowing what to say next, not able to read their desires if they actually want to hang out with us, want to be with us, and maybe even also the feeling of that they're just being nice. And these kind of feelings can be shared by either party, not just you. And that means that you could also be creating some misalignments just as much as they might be, or perhaps just not creating the best environment for relationships to occur. So how can you take action and create the best circumstances for aligned connections to occur? The answer is one that most people don't want to hear, and that's because it involves giving up the idea that you can connect with everyone. And albeit counterintuitive at this stage, since a lot of y'all are in a place of scarcity with your relationships, the answer comes down to actually setting the barrier to entry even higher than you might find comfortable. So what does this mean? If relationships are If relationships are the exchange of unequal goods at comparable values, and you're looking to make connections with high value people, then you need to both know and present yourself as high value as well, i.e. intentionally setting the bar where you want it to be. And there are many ways you can do this. And one of the most powerful ways is knowing what you want and what you don't want and sticking to it. So this means knowing what you're willing to give and knowing what level you're willing to receive from the other party. And if you're conscious of the exchange occurring, you will notice the other is not willing to exchange at an equal rate as you are, then you need to walk away from the interaction every time. Now, what might this look like? So, because it's there's so many subtleties here. So let's say I am out at my pickleball thing and I'm talking to somebody and I'm kind of noticing that we're creating a conversation. I'm showing up with the idea that I'm ready to connect fully with anybody who's willing to connect with me. So I'm offering that on the plate as an offering. The same way like a waiter might come out to your table and show you the specials of the day. I'm showing everybody, here's what I have. Here's my value. It's open to anybody. The invitation is open to anybody who is interested in partaking. But once somebody starts partaking, I am wanting to really specifically monitor the interactions that are going on there. And I'm wanting to monitor if this person is actually willing to give at the same level that I'm willing to give. And if I start to notice that, maybe they talk too much about themselves, maybe I'm not feeling connected, maybe I don't like the vibe, maybe I don't like the things that they're saying, maybe they don't align with me, then that's the point where I want to walk away. But let's say it's the other way around, and I'm talking to somebody and I'm liking a lot of the things they're saying. I'm feeling connected and I am, wanting to engage further, but I can't quite get the sense if they are wanting the same thing. In that case, I'm also still walking away, but in that case, I'm also leaving the door open. So if I have a great conversation with a lady and I say to her, we should do something sometime, and I get kind of like a vague response, I'm still going to walk away because that's not what I want. I don't want a vague response. So because of that, I'm going to walk away. But because I still feel like there's maybe something possible with her, maybe she's not ready for it, I'm going to leave the door open. So I'm going to respond to her vague response. If she were to say, oh, that sounds fun, but I have this and this and this going on, then I would walk away saying, oh, I totally understand. But, I would still love to get together at, if that thing falls through. So let me know. So I'm leaving with an invitation. I'm not trying to find a way around her excuse. I'm creating the possibility for her that if she wants to re-engage, if she wants to bring her value back to me and start exchanging again, then I'll be around. Okay? So lots of subtleties there, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on that and if I missed anything or if you have any questions about it. Thanks, guys.